We're looking live this morning at the White House. Joe Biden today setting a new mark for outgoing presidents. He has announced 39 pardons and almost 1,500 commuted sentences. That's the most ever in a single day. And Richard Madden is looking into that for us this morning from our bureau in Washington. Tell us more about what are these pardons and commutations. Richard, who are they for?
Yeah, good morning, Heather. You're right. This is the largest single-day act of clemency in modern U.S. history. Now, early this morning, President Joe Biden announcing he'll commute the sentences for some 1,500 Americans who were released from prison to home confinement during the pandemic. And then there's another 39 inmates pardoned for non-violent crimes like simple drug possession or former members of the military convicted for their private conduct because of their sexual orientation. Now, Biden said in a statement, America was built on second chances, so he's extending mercy on those who've demonstrated remorse and rehabilitation. Now, these pardons follow his controversial pardon of his son Hunter, who was convicted for gun and tax evasion. Now, Biden says to expect more presidential pardons before he leaves office.
This is a bit of a presidential tradition, we know, Richard, but this is something that we're also watching because we understand he's considering other pardons and maybe even thorny issue of preemptive pardons.
Yeah, Heather, he has just under 6 weeks before he leaves office. So as you can imagine, Biden is under pressure by advocacy groups to commute sentences to inmates on death row. Now, Biden campaigned on ending the death penalty back in 2020, but he never followed through. Biden is also being urged by some in his own party to publicly call on New York's governor to pardon incoming President Donald Trump in his hush money conviction from earlier this year. Take a listen to Pennsylvania Democratic Senator John Fetterman from ABC News The View.
The case against Hunter Biden was really politically motivated, but I also think it's true that the trial in New York for Trump that was political as well too. Now it's that, and in both cases, I think a pardon is appropriate, and I really think collectively, America's confidence in these kinds of institutions have been damaged by these kinds of cases.
Now, Biden staff are also reportedly, Heather, as you noted, considering the extraordinary step of issuing preemptive pardons to protect top officials who've been critical of Donald Trump and who could be targeted when he takes office just over 5 weeks from now.